Celebrities give life to culture. By cultivating and celebrating their trajectories, we keep cultural memory alive and strengthen the ties to our collective identity. Culture is closely linked to knowledge, intelligence, and wisdom. It gives them form, expression, and meaning, allowing them to be recognized, shared, and conceptualized over time. Culture and cult are not sources of intelligence, but intelligence manifests and acts through them. Culture is not synonymous with knowledge, much less with wisdom. However, both culture and cult represent the greatest forces of the ego, being essential to give it expression, vitality, and continuity. Intelligence, knowledge, and wisdom constitute the essential manifestation of every being. The limits imposed on them play the role of guiding, qualifying, and delimiting how the being moves and expresses itself in the world. Intelligence, knowledge, and wisdom, although subject to circumstantial limits, are essentially unlimited. Their expansion depends not only on what is imposed, but also on what is possible to imagine, understand, and transform. Intelligence plays the fundamental role of ensuring that the manifestation of the being happens exactly as it was envisioned and conceived. It translates the plan into action, aligning intention with realization. Wisdom transcends intelligence. Through it, the being acquires knowledge, masters intelligence, and surpasses the limits of manifestation. Wisdom is the subtle mechanics that leads the being to transcendence. Culture and intelligence are closely related, as they are more easily perceived, accepted, and materialized in the daily lives of manifesting beings. Their presence is tangible and recognizable in everyday actions, expressions, and interactions. Wisdom has a deeply intangible nature, as it remains distant from the being's conscious understanding, even though it is, paradoxically, the very essence of the understanding that dwells within. Knowledge dissolves all doubts, justifies every form of existence, and offers explanations about life, the universe, connections, roles, and stories. It is the only door through which the being can access itself in depth. Culture is the essential mechanism for sustaining and continuing creation. It organizes, preserves, and transmits the elements that keep the being's creative expression alive over time. Intelligence acts in all the paths taken by the being, whether through culture or through wisdom. It is the force that guides, adapts, and empowers each journey. The being moves between the limits of life and the horizons of transcendence, navigating between what is visible and what is eternal. The being does not choose life, it simply lives it. Its existence unfolds as an inevitable flow, where experience precedes any conscious choice. Wisdom reveals the limits and incapacities of the being, for it emanates from transcendence. It is through its light that the being recognizes its boundaries and understands what lies beyond itself. With eyes opened by wisdom, the being who once only lived begins to access knowledge. By accessing knowledge, it transcends itself and, in doing so, also transcends life itself. In manifestation, knowledge is the only force capable of promoting change. Everything else remains, but knowledge transforms, renews, and elevates the being on its journey.